action. So like I say, guys, anger is so dangerous.
Abuse is dangerous.
You know, at some point, predators were normal human beings, right? Experiencing life like everybody else. And then they chose to give in to anger. And then they found themselves doing things that they never thought they would be capable of doing.
Or even mental and traumatic situations happen to them, because trauma could change the wiring of their brain.
100%. Bro, we're all born as human beings, and life happens, and how we react to life determines the person we become. Do you get? So in essence, I feel like I give kudos. What does kudos mean again? Like props, nah?
Yeah, props.
Like I give Trevor kudu. I give kudu.
also give him kudos.
I give kudos to Trevor.
Because what he said was facts.
It was facts, and no one in Hollywood, people are suck-ups. It's rare that you find celebrities that speak their truth.
Exactly.
It's rare that you find celebrities that will tell other celebrities the truth.
That what
no one doesn't want to hear the truth.
Exactly.
People don't like hearing the truth. I give kudos, dog,
to Trevor.
to fucking Trevor Noah for saying his truth. As someone, and you know what, I was thinking about it, like, why is it that Trevor was so easily able to say this? Why
no one else could?
Yeah, why is it that Trevor said, you know what, fuck it doesn't matter if I look like an idiot, I am gonna say this, right? Why is it?
Other artists that have worked with Kanye couldn't.
I'm taking it back to Africa. I'm taking it back as a fellow African.
No,
Trevor Noah
it wasn't only
system
Trevor. It was also this other comedian.
So black or white?
People. It was a black man.
Proving my point. Maybe I'm taking it too far, but that's just how I analyze shit, and that's just how this world is wired up. Trevor is a system of Ubuntu.
Exactly.
That guy, the black dude that you mentioned, he's a product of Ubuntu. Do you get? If I sound racist, I'm sorry, then be it. But
just quickly need to say, black people can't be racist. I'm so sorry. If you think a black person can be racist.
No, that's a whole other topic, because I disagree with you.
You think black people can be?
I do.
A whole other topic.
We'll
save it for another time.
Maybe.
Another time.
If you guys want to hear that, then comment down below so we can have the conversation.
Girl.
Because that's a whole other conversation. Girl. But either way, like, literally, like, these are people of system of Ubuntu, systems of, I see you are a fellow brother that's in pain. I see you, and I'm gonna try and help you.
Exactly.
System of Ubuntu, we care about each other.
And another thing we need to take into consideration is America is a predominantly white state. America is always trying to find ways to bring both the black woman and black man down. So for them to actually speak out truthfully and call out Kanye, like, that was props, because everyone else was watching him like go through his downfall, because that's what they want to see. Society, especially white society,
they fucking hate him. He's the biggest threat.
But they also love to see black people not prosper, and the fact that Kanye is a black billionaire,
it's like, hey, he's falling. We expected this because black people. It goes back to the narrative of all black people are angry. They're letting it unfold.
And also racism. Also the history of America and everything it's built on. America hates black people.
So that's why it's all silent. So kudos to Trevor for actually saying, nah, bro, I'm not going to allow you to break down everything that you built for.
Exactly.
Anger.
No,
do you get?
Because,
and I think it makes sense what you're saying, because literally, many people would love to see Kanye fall, you know, and hence it makes sense for them to allow him to break everything he's
not only for. Kanye, but a lot of black
in general
artists,
in general,
a lot of influential black people.
So it makes sense, right? It makes sense. And I think, I don't know, is there anything you'd like to add in conclusion?
What I would like to add is, guys, in such situations, taking away from the fact that Kanye has bipolar disorder and everything, you know, that mentally he isn't okay. In such situations where you're truly hurt, do not ever go to the internet to speak or rant or say anything. Please
think it through first.
Think it through first, okay? Process everything and then question whether you want to go speak to the person about such or not, or if there's a professional setting to do these things. Because like I mentioned, everything was spoken about where? In court. So it was very unnecessary for Kanye to come onto the internet and talk about his private life like that. And such things can get you into trouble. Honestly, people tend to forget that they're black and that white society is always trying to find ways to bring you down, to remove you from getting certain gigs or whatever. It's called blackballing.
Or just be a representation of this narrative that all black people are angry and all black people, they just let you,
and you will lose so many opportunities. Being blackballed within such a society is difficult because you're not going to find a lot of opportunities, because a lot of these companies and everything are still owned by white people. So my whole point is, please think before you talk. Think before you do anything
just
impulsive.
To add to that, like to what she's saying, and even though, like, you know what she mentioned about like these spaces are still very much predominantly owned by white people, even with people like Kanye who are breaking those barriers down and breaking that narrative, you know, and starting owning their own
businesses and everything.
In actions like this, in minor setbacks like this, they are pushing that vision backwards. Do you get? They are pushing, because like there's a lot that Kanye is doing that's amazing for us as black people. And
Kanye has honestly paved the way for so many black people.
Which is why I feel like it's so important.
Honestly need. Yes.
It's so important for us to have the reason why I actually responded to this video is because I felt so close to his vision, Kanye, that I felt like me keeping quiet, and I don't know whether or not Kanye is going to see this, but people who follow him and whoever's going to get access to this, just us speaking about this just shows how much we care about the vision he stands for. Which is why we go crazy when we see him regressing.
The documentary shows this young black man pushing for his dreams, pushing for his goals.
Kanye is
inspiration as it is. And as a black child trying to push within such a harsh society, it is still difficult, but we need the motivation.
We need the motivation.
We need people in our day-to-day lives showing us and telling us that, listen, I came from this, but look at where I am now.
This is not, in fact, that's why I said Kanye is a representation of what pain is when it's active and violence is dormant. Because this is not about Kanye. What we're talking about is not about Kanye as a person. Kanye is a representation of where black people are heading, minus everything that's happening. But his vision is a symbol of where we could be as black people mentally. You know, he's rewiring how we think. That's what I mean. So it's not about Kanye. It's about what he represents right now in our society, and that's why it's so important, I think, that we had to talk about this
and hold him accountable for his actions, also
to acknowledge that he was wrong, and he's doing something wrong, but he can fix it before it becomes something else, something ugly,
and he can still have a huge and even more huge impact and influence on the youth
if he corrects this.
Exactly.
And acknowledges, because it's fine. There's room, everyone, whoever the fuck you are, there's room for fuck ups. There's room for making mistakes because we are human. But this is actually, you're right, it's an opportunity to learn for all of us and all of the people.
But with that being said, don't let it get to a point where it paints you as this abusive person. They will tarnish your image and it will make things so hard. Donda West was Kanye's mom. She passed away in 2007 and she was so supportive of every single thing Kanye West did. And after her passing, it brought Kanye so much pain
as a human being, because he's not a human being.
And throughout seeing Kanye's growth from like his mom's passing, mentally you see it's deteriorating, it's getting bad, and now it's basically a product of everything that he has endured. So Kanye didn't wake up one day saying that he is going to act the way that he's acting, or he didn't wake up one day saying he wants to be a narcissist. that happened over time. And the fact that he even has bipolar disorder and he isn't taking care of himself the way he should, you understand everything.
It's a build-up of other events. And just to like add on what she's saying, again, like every perpetrator, not every, but in most cases, it's just they've allowed pain to determine who are they going to be.
Exactly.
The people that they're going to be, and they've decided that they're going to inflict that shit on another human.
Because it's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done.
Exactly.
So, wait, no, what do you mean by that?
It's easier to hurt other people than to
deal with the pain.
Than to take the grown-up decision to get yourself help. Because Kanye is a billionaire.
Oh, true.
Kanye is a billionaire. If he wanted to get the help, he would have.
True.
Long time ago.
So pain is a very dangerous thing, and it can lead to violence in essence, you know?
Especially when you're not taking care of yourself.
And basically, in that being said, like, active pain, meaning allowing pain to manifest into
and take
violence, becomes active violence, right? Which is what's happening. He's hurt. He's inflicting pain onto Kim.
He is cyberbullying.
By Kim.
He is cyberbullying.
Imagine, as a person of influence.
I think the thing that honestly annoys me so much is that everything happened in court. Everything was done professionally. So now for him to take the time to do things unprofessionally and go onto the internet, does Kanye not understand that when things were done in court, he could lose the rights to custody of his kids?
It's pain.
Everyone else,
about that
the judge will have proof from the internet that he is not a good parent.
The decision for him to be doing what he's doing is not motivated at all. Because usually what he does, everything that Kanye does has intention, he's thought through. But this phase that he's going through
right now, Kanye is facing issues with no longer performing at Coachella because of the proof of the things that he has posted. Not only Coachella, but the Grammys too. Like, he clearly did not understand where all the things he was doing were going to lead to.
Because of pain. It's fucking up with the character that he is. It's fucking up his brand, bro.
He cannot think straight.
And in essence, I pity Kanye because, like, it shows that as a real person, sometimes you can't control the way you think. You think with your heart, and shit goes down because pain is active. It's active. And I think I sympathize with him hardcore, and I really wish he gets the assistance that he needs.
Help that he needs.
He needs assistance. He's going through the
we're not even going to deny it. When Kim and Kanye were married, Kim would work her hardest to take him to rehab. Kim would work her hardest to
take him to rehab.
Yeah,
for
his bipolar disorder. Sometimes it would get bad where...
Oh, rehabilitation, not like rehab for drugs.
No, rehabilitation.
Oh, because I was like, wait a minute, what is this?
But like, yes, Kim was one of the people that was actively helping him with his mental disorder. Now the fact that he has a whole posse of people who are just following him, but not taking the time to actually help him, also says so much about the people that he's hanging around. Exactly.
Because I mean, you know, as his, I don't know Kanye's circle, but like as people who understand his vision, his overall vision, as this artist Kanye, who's for black empowerment, who's for creative expression,
everything
at its rawest and truest form, which is why which is the aspects of him that I respect him for. Being that person and establishing that brand, as the people who are around him, it was their responsibility, because clearly he's not in his right sense of mind, right? It was their responsibility. He's not in his right sense of mind. He's not in his right sense of mind in terms of he's going through a lot, and he's in a very painful stage of his life, so he can't think straight. Not the mental disorder, just in general, just he's going through the most. It is enabling him of thinking straight, right, and making rational decisions. So the people around him, it was their duty to warn him and advise him, you know,
to not do certain, but
not encourage.
But there were certain people who were actually advising him not to, but he fired them.
You see.
So, and Kanye also lost his best friend Kid Cudi, who was dealing with depression for the longest of time over pettiness. So So you understand that the moment you aren't exactly the moment. Okay, so Kid Cudi, we all know, has been making music with Kanye for the longest of time. We all know that they're best friends, right? So because Kid Cudi is somewhat close to Pete Davidson, Kanye was like,
I read
if that, we're never gonna be friends. And Kid Cudi genuinely had Kanye's best interest at heart. You know, having such people to ground you, who tell you straight up that I want the best for you. Because like I mentioned, Kid Cudi was dealing with depression, and it was really hectic and hard for him. So that now the fact that he is kicking so much people out of his life, and he is hanging around people who don't even care that much to take his mental health into consideration, says so much about him not making good decisions, him not being able to currently see who's good for him and who isn't.
Because I feel like after Kanye recovers from this, if you were someone who was close to him and they were telling him, okay, dude, maybe what you're doing is not the best for you right now, right? If you're someone who warned him of it and not encouraged it, he's gonna realize that actually, nah, damn, this person had my best interest in heart. You know, it's just that back then I was so sucked up in this pain and
anger
that you didn't see that this person had, you know? So like the people who are encouraging this, he's gonna see. He's gonna wake up from and recover.
Artists that he's working with too. But I think the thing that hurt me the most is fans not holding him accountable. How can you be a true fan of an artist and not tell them that, yo, what you're doing isn't right? I love you so much. I love what you're all about. I love your music. But what you're doing right now
is destroying that.
Is destroying your image, is ruining so much for you. Those people aren't true fans. I'm sorry to say that.
It's sad.
They just really jumped on the wave and they're like, we're here for Kanye.
But without analyzing what it is that Kanye is doing. Because on the surface, right? On the surface of it all, if you don't think about it and criticize it and analyze it and what it means to us as people consuming this type of content, because they are throwing it in our faces. We have no choice but to consume it. You miss the point. You miss what this whole thing actually is
about. Exactly,
which is basically about someone who's experiencing pain and is on the verge or showing symptoms of a predator, or could develop into a predator if they allow this pain to continue and manifest in the way that it is.
The people around him.
Exactly, because in the end, guys, if anger is so dangerous, Kanye could do something he regrets doing when he's recovered from all
exactly. And
we're
not even gonna forget about the time where Pete Davidson got Instagram because he's also been dealing with depression, so he deleted Instagram in 2018, and he recently got it. So Kanye's fans did what? They went into the comments of a picture he recently posted, and they were cyberbullying.
And this is
they were telling him to find God. And
this is a human being who's also dealing with their own shit.
Who didn't deserve to be reeled in such a situation. If he's dating Kim, that shouldn't be anyone's business, honestly speaking. But that just had to be said.
It had to be said. And thank you so much, guys, for just hearing us out. Tell us what you think. Even if you are like, fuck, you guys are speaking shit, comment down below. I'm willing to hear what people I'm willing to hear what you guys think of the situation. Just thank you so much, guys, for watching the video.
Thank you for giving us time to listen to us and our opinion. Which I think is right, by the way.
And it's okay. You know, it's a safe space. Even you, if you think, you know what, you've got something better, drop it in the fucking comments.
Say it.
You know,
we'd love to know what
you gotta say.
No bullying, though.
Moral of the story: one to
abuse is never excusable.
Thank you so much, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. It's been your girl, not enough. Masego
and your fave, Jennifer Iman Twashani. Comment, subscribe, and please do share, guys.
Don't keep the shit to yourself. Come on, black brother and sister, you Thai girl,
amen.
Black and white color, everybody.
Please do the most. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Mais, not another Masego. Can I in the flash?